This topic that I'm talking about is I don't like everybody's spirit that tries to attach themselves to my being in my home. And this is why I'm probably a loner and don't, socialize very much with different entities. And I'm glad that they've stayed away because they know that their presence is not welcome. So, um, me myself, I come from a very, 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 oh my God, big family. It is so many of us, I don't even know it's all. And one of the things that has been always important to myself in the beginning was family. And my grandmother, my grandfather, my mother, my father, aunts, uncles, some cousins, and some of my confidants and comrades, are big on family. And it's always been, we always have family reunions every year when I was little to probably when I was about mm, 26, 27, 25. And then they stopped because the elders, they got sick, and so they can no longer do the family reunions, which I feel like that's the beginning of our division in our family, where nobody's came to see about you. Families didn't get together. Everybody had their picks and their cliques, and so on and so forth. So I've seen a division very, 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 long ago. When, although some of us have said that, we're going to keep the family together and it's going to take us to continue this thing and so on and so forth. We ain't did shit yet. Okay. It's only a few of us that didn't try it. Okay. We didn't try it. But I just came to realization that it's okay. Let it be as it is or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my little family and it's four of us, and well, now I have a granddaughter. So now it's five of us from my generation or whatever. And now I'm the type of person where I'm not gonna force a relationship on to anybody. That's too stressful. That's too um heartbreaking. It's just too much. If you don't want to be in my life, or you don't care enough to be in my life, or to because there got to be a mutual thing. I'll always receive, you know what I'm saying, the people. And that has been my downfall in life, because oh, let me go ahead and let me try. And another thing that I'm doing now too is stop calling people. When I couldn't, be around them, I would pick up the phone and call them all the time or whatever. But I'm not calling no more. If you ain't picked up the phone and you ain't talked to me or whatever, guess what? I'm not gonna call you. I'm not gonna keep on, you know what I'm saying, trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And you want to talk to me, you call me now. That's just where I'm at in life. I got too old to be chasing people around, and especially if I'm your elder, I'm not about to be chasing you. I'm not to get in a relationship, but you know what I'm saying. I've already shown you who I was. I've already did my due diligence thus far, and I'm not gonna force the situation if you don't want me to, you know what I'm saying, be a part of that situation. So, I gotta fall back. Um, so with the people and with me being, I would say that I am a very secluded person, especially in my home setting. I have, at one point in time, we give gatherings and parties and, things. Don't bring nothing, just bring your body. And, people take the food and so on and so forth. I didn't care anything about that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was giving it to. I remember, you know, also on my mom's side, they would have gatherings and, for the holidays and this, that, and the other, and everybody get together, but they act so daggone funny. You got people watching you, or telling you you can't eat out of this pot, and if you how much you feeding your kids and all that carrying on. It's like, what the hell is you giving something? Why are we getting together for the holiday if you can't be yourself and be free and you know what I'm saying, partaketh in the festivities and things that's being presented to us to indulge in, to eat, to drink. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all that, I was done with it long time ago. And the fuckery that comes with it, people get to drinking, they want to clown, they want to cuss you out, they want to bring up old stuff, they want to cry, and just a mockery of the whole fucking family. Like, it's just crazy. So now that I'm getting a little more wiser, okay, I don't, trust the spirits to try to come. And even if I do love a person and want so on and so forth, it's just like, why can't you just bring your vessel? It's enough with your vessel that I gotta deal with, and then you ain't even ask me, could you bring somebody over to my house? Because suppose I don't want nobody knowing where I stay at. And then you keep adding people and adding people and adding people and adding people. Like, damn, there's no privacy there. And just because these are your people that you hang out with or whatever, it doesn't mean that I want to hang out with them. So, they're not my equal. You ain't even my equal. But because you are my relative or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then you feel as though whoever you bring around, I'm supposed to be receptive of that, and I'm not mean, or I'm not, you know what I'm saying. And then sometimes too, you'll know, and don't just pop up. That's a big no-no. Do not just pop up at my house. Call me and let me know, how you feeling. First and foremost, don't just show up. You know what I'm saying? Now, my kids or whatever, yes, they could do that. But anybody else, I had one person tell me, "Oh, I thought you told me you was always welcome at my house." Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing, the welcoming. I ain't just told you to show up at my doorstep or whatever. What you want me to do with you? Like, serious. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? And so I guess from then on, they understood it. And that's even when I was in a relationship. Because most of the times when I was in a relationship, we all had our own places anyway. Okay? So, because I would never do that thing. I would never just pop up at your house or whatever, and I don't call. We always establish in my relationships, I'm going to call, and it's just out of respect for one another before I come. We're not married, so I'm not going to, I'm going to respect your privacy. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. When I was, in my 20s or whatever, and you showed me, and I've had guys pop up, not saying that it ain't never happened before, pop up or whatever and show up and thought it was cute or whatever. Okay, so you think that's cute. Okay, it's going to come a time where I'm going to do the same thing. So when I did the same thing, go, you feeling how I'm feeling now. It don't feel good, do it? And caught you with your drawers down. Okay? But that just be that intuition sometimes where you just be like, you know what? And my spidery senses, I'm sensing some bull stuff because you ain't answering your phone, or you ignore it and it keep on going to voicemail, and I didn't call you, you know what I'm saying, a whole day then went by. Oh yeah, you already know what it is, right? So come on, let's be clear. And when our eyes is open, it's like you see things for what it is, and you just be like, you move on from there, and them spirits, honey, they attach themselves every time somebody steps into your house. Every time somebody, and I don't like people touch me. Don't put your hands on me, especially my back area. Don't, you know what I'm saying? That's another, and I'll be having so many topics of whatever that I want to talk about. with the dating thing. And that's why I really don't date, because people, they say I'm attractive, and little thickums, and they want to rub up on me and touch my behind, and get a little squeeze here, get a little touchy feel, and I don't like all that. Now if I'm receptive to that, and it's okay, and I don't, but if I gotta keep on moving your head, no, that's not an indication to keep on going. you know um it's so many things that I want to talk about. I'm on a roll today because I done did 3 videos today. Ooh, child, I've been suppressing, I guess. But yeah, so those spirits got to be careful about that, because they leave dormant. And if y'all got the same type of spirit, it attached themselves onto you, because that's suckage. They drawing out that energy, you know. But also, where it says the part in the basic instructions before leaving Earth, when a demon comes into to a dwelling, and he's looking for, other spirits that he can attach, it can attach itself to. But if they don't have anything to attach themselves, they leave out of that dwelling. But then they take on 7 more demons. Ain't that deep? So just imagine if your temple was clean, if your dwelling is clean, and it's just like, how we clean up, and we pine saw, and we bleach everything down, and our house is smelling good. And so what I be doing now too, when I do my rituals, I burn my sage, and I put my sea salt by the doors and the window posts and so on and so forth. You got to open that door, open that window, let them other spirits out, and if you allowing people in your house, and I gotta smudge and burn my incense, and do all my cleansing and cleaning, but I keep on allowing you to come into my dwelling, and I gotta keep on praying the bad spirits out and so on and so forth, because you can't stay here. You got to get the hell up out of here. You ain't staying, because I noticed that when them spirits leave, and like I said, I don't know, I have 3 other kids, okay? They attach themselves, because I am prayed up, and I know how to consecrate and get different things off of me or whatever. My boys, they don't know how to do that, even though they got the spirit within themselves or whatever. They know how to do certain things because of being around me, but they may be weak in a vessel, and they attach themselves, and so when your house is in corruption and chaos, and they fighting amongst each other and so on and so forth, and they arguing or whatever, it be the spirits then attach themselves to them. And so this is why I have to keep my sanctuary in my household, clear. They come through the portals, they come through everything. I gotta keep it clear. And I like peace. It's quiet. Everybody, we all got our quarters, we all got our own rooms, we all got, places that we can go to be alone. But ain't no violence in here, and we want to keep it that way. Ain't no, they ain't grew up in a home where sexual activity or somebody's abusing them and so on and so forth. They ain't grew up in that home. Now, I grew up in around people that abused the situation of me being there, And that's why, my grandparents got me. My grandmother raised me, was born 1900, and her son, which was her grandfather, father was Haitian and Jamaican. And my grandmother was Creole and a Southern lady, born 1900. And I experienced, and she was my mother, my grandmother, my, employer, taught me a whole lot of things, a lot of stories, and my grandfather was a militant boxer, you know, worked 3 jobs. And so did I. That's how I started knowing how to, do a lot of things at an early age. Shoot, I had like 4 jobs when I was like 6 years old because they showed me that. But you gotta, them spirits, honey, when they attach themselves, and if you don't know, you could just not even be consciously thinking about, oh yeah, such and such and such and such came and visited me. But then why all of a sudden now people in the household got attitudes and so on and so forth? Yeah, because they done made a deposit. They done deposit their spirit off in your dwelling. So just be real careful and mindful, people, of the people that come to your house and in your surroundings. I be praying all around my surroundings, and I don't trust people. I have big trust issues with people just because they skin and grin in your face.